Okay, and so if you had something like this, x squared plus 16x plus 60, okay, we drew our two parentheses, then what did we do? What did we do after that? I got all morning. There we go. We add the x's, and we made a list of what number? 60. Okay, and then so that would give us 6 and 10, and so we'd say 6 and 10 and plus and plus. Okay, so the only reason that you could do that way was because a equaled 1. On all of our problems, there was no a here, and so a equaled 1. Okay, and so if we remember right from just a general quadratic form, it goes like this: ax squared plus bx plus c. Where you're going to see a difference today is there is an a there. Okay, so notice there was no number in front of the x. Okay, look at this. A is not 1. A is 5. A is not 1. A is 2. Number 3, what is my a? 5. What is my a on 4? 3. Okay, so that's why on this sheet it says a is not 1. Okay, because you have to factor differently. And more specifically, this goes even further into what we're calling the guess and check method. Okay, now again, when we're doing guess and check, right, we made a list of 60, and I'm just going to do a couple. We got 1, 60, and we'll say 6 and 10, right? So we're guessing off this list, okay, and then we're kind of checking mentally. Today, you're still going to guess off that list, but you have to check more mentally, okay? Now, you might guess on the very first try. You might guess on the 6th try. That's the truth, okay? So that is the part that sucks today, okay? The first one I'm going to do very, very slowly. After that, we'll start picking up the pace a little bit, and I'll show you some shortcut ways, okay? So our very first step is going to be to do this. Draw two parentheses, okay? And I'm leaving some room here, and I'm leaving some room on this side, okay? Now, the same way we did before, but today, because a is not 1, we're going to start with our a, and we're going to make a list of a, which so happens to be 5. What are some factors of 5? 1 and 5. Okay, now, I did try to pick all prime numbers for you for your a, so there's only one option. Okay, because it's 1 and 5, we're going to say 1 and 5. And then the same way that we did before, we can say k and k. Okay, now we're going to make a list of the same what we did before of our C, okay, which happens to be 4. So what are some factors of 4? 1 and 4, 2 and 2, okay? And I forgot to tell you, if you are writing with a pen, stop right now and get a pencil, okay? Because you're going to have to erase and redo and erase and redo, okay? Even I do, you guys will have to, okay? So do not write this part. Okay. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So we're going to guess off this list, and then we're going to check. However, I want to show you what your guessing options are going to look like, okay? So because there is a 1 and a 4 here, our option could be 1, then 4, or 4, then 1, or 2, and then 2, okay? If this was a 2 and a 3, okay, you'd say 2, then 3, then 3, then 2, okay? So however many numbers are up here is however many options you got to pick from, okay? Now, there's really not that great of a method for picking other than pick one and see if it works, okay? That's the part that, in my opinion, kind of sucks, okay? So, what would you like to pick? 1, then 4, 4, then 1, 2, then 2. 4 and 1, okay? Okay, and again, this one is the one where we're going to do slow, okay? So, when we have two sets of parentheses like this, if you remember, we have to FOIL, meaning you drew a rainbow, rainbow, and a rainbow, rainbow, okay? We did the first, the outer, the inner, the last, which is kind of what you have to do today, okay? So, when we multiply the first, okay, 5 times 1? 5. Okay, how many k's are there from here to here? 2, so we're going to get K2. 1 times 1, 1K. 4 times 5, 20K. 4 times 1, 4. Okay, now, normally you would combine the middle, which is still what we're going to do. Okay, would a 1 and a 20 ever give me a 1? No, it's not going to. So this option does not work. Okay, so rather than erasing all this stuff, I most definitely wouldn't. What you do need to erase, okay, and there's strategic here. So if you did pick 1 then 4, your next option needs to be 4 then 1, or vice versa. Okay, if neither of those work, then you can cross it off your list. Okay, so we tried 4 then 1, so we're going to try 1 and then 4 this time. Okay, and remember, I'm going the slow way on this one, so just bear with me. Okay, so we're going to change it to a 1, then a 4. Okay, and we're going to do this foiling out method again. So 1 times 5, 5K2. 1 times 4, 4K. 1 times 5, 5K. And 1 times 4. Okay, take a second, look at these two. What do you notice? They both have a 4, what else? They both have a 5. Okay, so you do not need to FOIL all the way every single problem. That's just making so much work. No matter what you do, you're going to get the 5 and the 4 there, okay? So when we're foiling, I'm going to erase these, and you can kind of write yourself a note either on this one or on the next one. You really only need to FOIL out 2 parts, and it's going to be the outer and the inner 2, okay? Because this stuff is really irrelevant. You're going to get the same number every single time. Okay, now, looking at that 4 and a 5, how could that give me a 1? I need a positive 1. -4, positive 5. Okay, so we're filling it in down there. Okay, the other shortcut way trick that we can do, okay, and this time we're going to think about it. So 1 times 4 gave me that 4. Okay, so the minus is going to go here, and then 1 times 5 gave me this 5. Okay, what happened from the signs from here to here? Look at them. What happened? They changed, okay? This sign, whatever's here, is always going to go in your second parenthesis, and this one is always going to go in your first parenthesis. Okay? And again, that one took a really long time. They're not all going to take that long. It's because we FOILed out every single time. Okay? And so this is our answer here. Okay? We've got it. And you kind of just have to do it piece by piece and do that guess and then check to see if it works. Okay, and I know some of you guys are like, oh my God, I don't understand what's going on. It's the first problem. Bear with me, okay? We're doing this for 3 days straight, so you're going to get plenty of practice. Okay, let's look at the next one. Okay, our very first step is going to be to draw those 2 parentheses. Okay, we're making our list of our A, which is what? 5. Okay, what are options for 5? 1 and 5. So we can say 1x, 5x. Then we're going to make a list of what? 4. What are our options for 4? 1 and 4, 2 and 2. Okay, so it's pretty similar to the last problem. Okay, so now we've got everything down. Now it's a matter of picking. What would you like to guess? What do you guys want to try? 2 and 2? Okay, and again, this guess and check. I don't know any better than you do. Okay, so we're going to say 2 and 2. Okay, now, rather than doing all of it, we're going to just do the outer and the inner. Okay, so 1 times 2, 2. X. 2 times 5, 10x. Would a 2 and a 10 ever give me a 12? How? I need a negative 12. They both got to be negative. Okay, now, look at me. This sign goes to this one. This sign goes to this one. In this case, it doesn't really matter because they're both negative, okay? But you do need to get in the habit that the signs kind of crisscross their spots above, okay? And this one's done. Sometimes, I promise you, you're going to get it done on the first try. Sometimes you're going to get it done on the 6th try, okay? That's not me being a jerk. I let you guys pick, and that's just the way it is, okay? Okay, look at number 5. What's our very first thing we need to do? Draw the parentheses. Good. We're going to make a list of what number? 3. What's some factors of 3? 1 and 3. So we're going to say 1n, 3n. And we're going to make a list of what? 20. What's some factors of 20? 1 and 20. What else? 2 and 10. There's one more. 4 and 5. How many options are there for you to guess? 6. Okay, because we can have 1 then 20, 20 then 1. You could pick 2 then 10, 10 then 2, 4 then 5, 5 then 4. What would you like to pick? 4 and 5. Okay, now we're checking the outer and the inner. 1 times 5. 5n. 4 times 3. 12n. Would a 5 and a 12 ever give me a 17? How? I need a positive 17. If they're both plus, okay? And again, this one goes to this one. This one goes to this one. Okay, if 4 and then 5 did not work, what should be your next automatic option? 5 then 4. Okay, then if that didn't work, then you can go through and cross that off. Okay, then what's your next option? Whatever you pick. Okay. Okay, 7, we're going to draw our parentheses and we're going to make a list of 5, which is 1 and 5. So we got 1m, 5m. What are some factors of 8? 1 and 8, 2 and 4. So how many options are there for us to pick from? 4. What would you like to try? 2 and 4? Okay. Okay, we're going to check the outer and the inner. Okay, 4 times 1, 4. 2 times 5, 10n. Okay, would a 4 and a 10 ever give us a 14? How? I need a positive 14. Huh? Both positive. Okay, and again, this sign goes here. This sign goes here. Okay, sometimes these are going to work out on the very first one. Sometimes it's going to be the very last one. It's just the way it is. Okay? Okay, 9. We're drawing our parentheses. And we're going to say 1x, 5x. Then we're going to make a list of 10. What are some factors of 10? 1, 10, 2, 5. What would you like to try? Let's pick one. 2, 5? Okay, 2 and 5. We're going to check the outer and the inner. 5 times 1? 5. X. 2 times 5. 10x. Would a 5 and a 10 give me a 27? No. So what is our next have to option? 5 then 2. Okay. Do not start flip-flopping around. Okay. So this did not work. So we're going to try 5 then 2. Okay. Check the outer. 1 times 2. 2. 5 times 5. 25. Okay. Would a 2 and a 25 ever give me a 27? How? I need a negative 27. They both need to be negative. Okay, and again, if you're confused, look at me. This minus goes on this one. This one goes to this one. Okay, 11, we're going to draw our parentheses. And we're making a list of 3, which is 1m, 3m. Then we're going to make a list of what number? 3. Okay, so this one's not too bad. We got 1 and 3. How many options are there for you to pick from? 2. Okay, you say 1 then 3, 3 then 1. What would you like to try? 3 then 1? Okay, so if we do 3 then 1. Okay, we're going to check the outer and then the inner. So 1 times 1? 1m. 3 times 3? 9m. Okay, would a 1 and a 9 ever give me an 8? Yeah, how? I need a positive 8. How can I make that happen? -1 and a +9. What goes where? Yes, okay, this one goes towards the back one and the plus goes in the front one. Okay,